Alright guys, welcome back to another 3D Printing Thursday, and today we're going to be going over another part for guess what? The Jet Blaster Ceda. Yeah, I know this is getting kind of redundant, but you're going to keep seeing these until I'm satisfied with how this thing is. The one gripe I did have about the Blaster Revolution pump grip was the screw locations were off a little bit, and only one of the 3 files online actually worked, which meant I wasted filament, but hopefully if you watched the video you didn't waste yours on the Ceda 2 and 3 version of the files. But I tried to reprint this for someone else and it literally wouldn't let me. I don't know what was wrong with the file, and I tried to run it through the Windows file STL repair, and it didn't make a difference. So like usual, we're going to take out the pins and remove the back end since we will only be working with the front end today. We will go ahead and take out our AFG, which if you'd like to see a video on that or the stock, I will have it linked down below. It's the previous 3D Printing Thursday video that we did on the Jet Blaster Ceda. This should be a pretty easy swap if they don't strip these screws, because they really aren't very good, but that's just what you get with the original Ceda from Evike. This is not the Ceda S. I posted my Ceda up and he was like, hey, you want to take a look at this file? And I was like, sure, I'll make a video on it. So we are going to try it out and maybe get some better results. Get the screws out. So after using it for what? I haven't used it. I haven't run it because the Ceda actually doesn't function straight out of the box because it's one of the old ones. The bolts are actually ultra crunchy like, and it's not very good. But that's not the point of today's video. But one thing we will go over real quick is that this thing is significantly larger. I will say it was a 10-hour print compared to this one's a 9-hour print normally. 3 walls, 4 tops and bottoms on both, 20% infill for both as well. What's good about this one though, as you can see, is that it's completely flush here on the bottom, so I didn't have to use supports. This one I had to use supports, so it's kind of a little bit ugly on that section. Also, if you have a Picatinny grip that's a little bit longer, this one will allow you to secure it a little bit better, assuming just basically because it's longer. But I definitely dig the aesthetic so far, but we'll see how I like it on the actual Ceda. I like how it's a little bit chunkier, covers up the sides a little bit. This one was definitely lower profile, but we had our problems with this one from the start, so I'm hoping these screw posts line up a little bit better. Let's go get it installed, and then I will be back when it's on. Alright, so we are back. So far this one was much easier to install. Right off the bat I can tell that the screw holes are lined up way better, so I definitely will be leaving this one on as long as the Picatinny fits, which we will test in a moment. Yeah, so much better to install. Like, it's ridiculously easy. The holes are lined up way better. The holes on this one are misaligned by just that much, and it makes such a difference installing. These screws went in immediately. It was so easy. You saw the time lapse compared to last time where I had to kind of rig it to get them to line up properly. These just went straight in on both sides. It's definitely a different aesthetic. It comes off the blaster up here at the front just a little bit. Definitely a little bit chunkier, but hopefully, I hope it fits Picatinny, so we'll go ahead and put that on and test, because so far it's just so much smoother to install. So the Picatinny fits on pretty well. The grip is a little bit tighter. I think the tolerances on this Picatinny might be a little bit different, and so that leads to a little being tighter. So just be careful that you don't crack it here across this line when you're putting your grip on, if you're using the same grip, or any Caliburn style grip. They have a similar feature right there. One thing I did notice is that the Picatinny is slightly in a different spot. I think it's slightly further back, so this is a little bit more exposed, because on the other one I try to keep the back of this a little bit flush for that nice looking finish. Which I think I can move this back one more if I wanted, which I may do in the future, but for now I'll leave it for here, just so that way I didn't want it to interfere with priming it, because you want to make sure that you can still prime it all the way back. Let's go ahead and slap on the back end and see how we like it. So I'm trying to do all of the updates to the Caliburn on video with you guys, because these videos have been pretty popular as of lately. So if you guys like them, I'll keep them coming. So let me know that you guys are enjoying these Ceda blaster printed parts by leaving a like or a comment down below. And if as usual, if you have any parts that you would like me to print out and try, go ahead and link me down below. Give me a Thingiverse link, give me a GitHub link, give me wherever it's located. Or let's say you have a private file, I'm more than willing to print it out as long as I have the time. Go ahead and print out, make a video on it. Of course, I'll keep the files shared the way you want them. If you want me to share them, if you don't, is up to you. But I will definitely try out whatever files. Or let's say you have a 3D printing business. Connect with me on Facebook, Discord, which, by the way, we do have a Discord server now. You can join that in the link in the description below if you'd like to talk to us on our live streams, or DM me on Instagram if you want to send me stuff to do reviews on or whatever. More than willing. I definitely like making these videos because you guys have been liking them, especially more than the game. I've been getting more views than the gameplay. So don't worry, I've got some more coming. It's just finding the time to record them and keeping up with my schoolwork. So once the summer comes, I should be able to keep pumping it out pretty good. Yes, but so far it seems that it fits really well. And you hear that crunching noise is my bolt sled, which, don't worry, I'll get an aluminum one. We're gonna brass breech this thing, throw it home. But yeah, this thing's definitely chunkier to grab. I'm digging the aesthetic on the side. I like that. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, the Omni kit, if you didn't know, the Omni kit has like no seal because there's no O-ring. It's plastic on plastic contact up here, and it sinks. So that's why we will be brass breeching this. Or maybe if I can get my hands on an alpha kit that someone's getting rid of for cheap, because people have been replacing the internals in the Ceda S with Prophecy kits, some of them. But yeah, so I really like how it looks. Definitely gives it kind of an aggressive look. I'll post some pictures up on Instagram once it stops raining outside. But let me know, which style do you prefer? Do you prefer the Blaster Revolution style one or this new one by Foam4Hire? Which one fits your fancy? I definitely like how this one can be printed without supports. It is kind of a longer print time, but if you'd like to cut that print time down, you could definitely chop off some of this if you wanted it to be a little bit smaller like this, and it would be about the same. But yeah, that decreased print time is a lot better. Yeah, so let me know which one you like, any other files. I think we've covered about everything. But yes, I definitely give this one a go, and prefer it over the Blaster Revolution one because it's easier to print. Even though it takes longer and more filament, it definitely feels much better to install because it's just so easy to put on there. And I like the extended Picatinny, how it's much longer, so you can put it on, have more security on your foregrip. But that'll be all for today, guys, and have a good one.